Alrighty. So, I'm gonna do a little bit of a different kind of video today for rest day. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think about, golfing on a rest day. If it's considered especially when you're just doing some driving practice like this, just kind of focusing on form, not power. Tell me what you think. Is it an exercise that should be saved for a day that you're at the gym, or is it something you can do on your rest day? Well, let's do a little recap of what we've done this week. So we did 2 of everything. 2 chest, tricep, and shoulder days. 2 bicep, back, and forearm days. And 2 leg, core, and ab days. What do you guys think? Is that the optimal split? Or is there something that I could be doing better? Maybe I should be doing, like I've said, possibly changing up the chest and back days so that I can do some more deadlifts on things like leg day, or some Russian deadlifts, RDLs on back day, stuff like that. It's funny, our buddy Sam Sulik there is doing a no back split where he's also splitting up his quads and hamstrings. I'm curious as to if that might be something I could incorporate, because maybe that's why my legs aren't growing. Maybe I need to, focus on growing my quads and my hamstrings and my calves as different portions of my body instead of just legs all on the same day. Oof. Not great. All right. But I'm going to do the same split next week because I like to give everything at least, an ample amount of time, 4 to 8 weeks to really settle in, see how I like it. And, I enjoy it well enough, but I think it would be beneficial to try out the swap of the chest and back days. And I think that's what we're going to do in about 2 weeks' time. Ooh, way off. But I'm thinking that next week is going to be all focused on strength building. High reps, lower weights, just slightly. And just trying to focus on getting that 12 to 15 rep range and really hitting failure and feeling a good blue flame hot burn. You know what I'm saying? Skip the rock. Ooh, that was nice and straight. Beautiful. There's this guy on Instagram who tells you, what is his, Mahoney. Just skip the rock is what he says. And I think it's coming clutch, honestly. Having that imagery is just like, you're skipping a rock. I feel like it's helping at least to get a little bit of the idea of the motion down. And then he has this, this weight that's hanging from your chest, Just really follow that through, too. Oh, I lifted my foot. But let's recap a little bit. What were the biggest upgrades that I've added into my regimen that each time increased the amount of weight I was gaining? At this point, I've gained like 5 pounds in like maybe a week and a half's time, 2 weeks. Dude, freaking righteous. And I'm continuing this momentum. It's not slowing down. A little bit of a belly going on, but it's kind of to be expected when you're bulking, right? I definitely feel like, muscles are gaining, getting bigger. Let's give this one a swing. Oh, yeah. Beautiful. Yeah, I'm just going past the target a bit. So the biggest upgrades. First things first, take your multivitamin. If you're not taking a multivitamin, I think you're missing out. I think you're missing out on some, immunity boosting, mind altering benefits. And when you're not taking your magnesium, you're missing out on recovery time and hydration and all the good jazz. So I think it's important to mention those two. Then, also mentioning the pre-workout and the creatine. If you're taking your pre-workout and your creatine, you're not leaving those gains on the table. But if you're not, gains on the table, bro. Gains on the table. You got to eat, right? Which leads me to my next point, tracking your calories. I've hit over 3,000 calories each day, and you know what that means. Gains on gains on gains every day. So, a little slicey, a little dicey. But, making sure you're doing that, and then, how about that protein? I've kind of learned a little bit. So, your whey isolate, milk isolate, all that good jazz, is going to be your best bet. Your hydrolyzed whey isolate is going to be your best bet after a workout, because it's going to be your fastest absorbing, most readily available protein you can freaking get. Now, your casein, your micellar casein, that's a whole different ballgame. You got to take that shiza at night if you can. It's slow absorbing. So, it's good for preventing muscle breakdown. As your muscle protein synthesis will be happening at all times, the breakdown is going to be happening too. So you can actually cut down on that and continue your gains throughout the night, the longest period of time in which you're not eating, if you eat something like a casein protein shake, which is a lot of what's in my Quest protein right now. But I'm gonna be finishing out the Body Fortress isolate this coming week, and then I'll probably have to get a new box or a new container of that. And then what else is there? Oh yeah, I think it's about time that I showed you guys my JFit situation, the JFit app that I use. Maybe I should be using the RP hypertrophy app. I'm thinking about trying that out here soon. But for now, I'm using this JFit app. And it's pretty dope. I like it because it allows me to track what I'm doing and make my own programs and stuff like that, and kind of work off of templates too. If you have the elite version, you can just kind of copy and paste and work off of things. So I didn't have the elite version until just a couple days ago, so I'm interested to see what comes out of that. Ooh, that was a bomb. But yeah, there's so many exercises this week that I really enjoyed, and there's a few that I just really didn't. I think what I'm going to be focusing on doing is kind of, instead of trying so many new things on each day, I want to kind of choose the ones that I love the most and just do it on both of the chest and tricep shoulder days each day a week. Same thing with the back, bicep, and forearm, and core, ab, and leg day. Just choose the ones I like the most, fill in the 9 or 8 exercises that I want to do, and then do the same ones, each day, or each period that I'm going to be doing them. I think it's a good idea. Now, here's the thing. Bear with me. I am switching a few things up. You may be asking me, Jason, if you were super serious, wouldn't you not be taking a rest day? Wouldn't you just be 7 days a week at the gym? Maybe. But I ain't no pro at this. I don't know what I'm doing 100% yet. And I've only just recently increased it from 5 days to 6 days at the gym. So I'm taking it one step at a time. I'm doing what I feel like my body wants and needs. And what that needs is 6 days at the gym right now and one beautiful rest day to do whatever the heck I want to do. And I mean, that's for mental health, that's for physical health, and I mean, that's just so that I don't have to hold myself to too many standards today. Even though I still track my calories, I'm not expecting myself to either hit 3,000 or over or below. I'm just trying to, make sure I'm still doing what I say I'm going to do, but in a relaxed manner. Because it's my rest day. Ooh, some macaroni. Nice. But tell me what you guys think. What do you guys do for your rest days? Do you guys care? Do you guys care about doing certain things, or do you just rest it up? I like to practice my golf form and my boxing form on this day, getting to the bag and just kind of not throwing any hard punches, but making sure my form is right and my footwork is good. Fantastic. A couple days ago, I really wasn't even able to use this club. But ever since kind of reimagining and kind of my brother helped me out a little bit, and then I watched these videos on Instagram, that guy. Now I feel like I really got a hang of this a little bit better. A little bit more, at least. Not perfect yet. I really feel like I'm hitting it way better. Oh. But yeah. I know this isn't going to be a super long video. I just wanted to recap a few things and just kind of, also, it's, I think, like the 3rd week anniversary of not smoking any nicotine products, not having any nicotine whatsoever. Like, I don't do any of the flavorless vapes or nothing, It wasn't going to be good. I knew it wasn't going to be good. But I feel great every time I see somebody smoking. It makes me want to smoke a cigarette, but that's all right. It'll pass eventually. I mean, there's not going to be a time in my life, I don't think, that I don't want to smoke a cigarette, but I just feel so much better without it. I just feel so much better without smoking. And I still, I don't know. Maybe I'll enjoy tobacco, a cigar here and there, and try not to, use my lungs too much in that capacity. But I do want to start running again and stuff like that. And I want to be able to hold my own in the ring, when it comes to boxing. I want to get involved with a local gym in that regard. So I'm going to need to stay off the products there. So I'm excited about that. And I think the main thing that helped me recently, because there's so many different times that I've tried to quit, but I wasn't able to do it, I think what helped me recently was weighing the risk-reward benefits of bodybuilding. when it came to cigarettes and tobacco and nicotine. I kind of looked up some studies and some YouTube videos and stuff like that about what the effects of smoking were on gains. And one main thing that I learned was that it cancels out muscle protein synthesis. It can literally stop it. So with that in mind, I was like, every time that I smoke a cigarette, it's just destroying my gains. So I decided to give that up for that reason and many more. I mean, there's so many reasons not to smoke, but that was my recent motivator, and it's been a good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, it's literally, that was gorgeous. I don't even care that it didn't go like the distance. That was gorgeous. Oh, well, that's about all I wanted to cover. So I'll see you guys next week for, I'm trying to decide if I'm going to call it day 7 or day 8. I think I'm going to call it day 7, just because I think I'm going to call this the week 14 rest day update. So going forward, the next bulking day is going to be the 7th, or the 7th bulking day. So that being said, I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I'll see you next week. Didn't quite get to the target, but that was still a great shot.